Hello! I welcome all of you who's joining me right now to my new series, Is Dancing Important to the Lord? I'm Jeremiah James, a choreographer at Mighty Step Academy of Dance. We are in our third episode. I hope you have been blessed in the last two episodes. And today, it's going to be a very special one, as we are going to talk to an important topic. I hope you have been sharing this to one another, and I have been having few feedbacks. I hope it will continue to have some good feedbacks and good communication, and plus good friendships. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about worship dance styles. So this is an important topic. You know the drill. You know how it goes today. 3 questions, and I will answer all these 3 questions. Let's go with the questions. Well guys, this is a question that a lot of people ask, which dance styles should include in the dance sector, in worship dance sector, in church sectors, or a believer should follow. Well, this is my point of view, and I'm pretty sure you have your point of view, but this is what I felt that I should share to most of you, and I believe most of you will agree with me on this. So the types of dance styles you can use in church is every dance style you can use in dance, in worshiping dance. Worshiping God, you can use every dance styles. You know why I say that? Because at the beginning, God said, I created the world. I created the world. I hung the stars with nothing. I created the moon and the sun, the waters and the land. So, if that God is the same God that we worship, you think that God didn't give us, each and every person per person, a creativity to bring in a new dance style? People say that different cultures are for some cultures. Some cultural dancing is not for Jesus. It's just for the devil. Well, I believe is this. Dancing is a language. Dancing is an unspoken language. Our bodies are the temple of God. So if our body is the temple of God, who do we dedicate? How the behavior pattern and the expression speaks louder than anything else. So the dance that you do, if it's worshipping the devil, then I believe I agree with you that culture of dance is not dedicated to the Lord. But if you are doing it wholeheartedly and you are doing it for God, and you're conscious and your heart is right with the Lord, I believe then that style is from the Lord. Because this changed my heart, because there's a certain place I went in Africa. Africa, anybody knows Africa is a dancing continent. It's like everywhere is dancing. Like if you just steps into that nation in any airport, my God, you just feel the dancing style. Dancing just kicks you in that very moment. When I went there, I asked few people, is this that you all do it in church? They say yes. And then I went in and checked to see that's kind of their culture. They use their cultural dance into worshipping God. Now tell me, why can't you use your cultural dance to worship God? Some say yes, some are dedicated to the Lord. They call in the demons. They call in demons to come and dance with us. Well, that's true, because you and me know that Satan was once a worshipper, but he was kind of proud that he thought he can go beyond God, and he fell down like lightning. But in that way, there are some dances, dance classes that you can do for a certain limit, and then plus he has put in his own dancing, the Satan has put his own dance routines that worship him. But if we know those elements, we cannot use those elements, but use the raw effect of our culture dance, the raw effect of our dance, and use it and then glorify God. Because that's what is being used in Africa. They use the raw elements of it, the basic dance routines to glorify God. And that's so natural. In my country, the cultural dance is called Udarata. Man, that is so amazing to see. But there are some places that you don't like to see, because they are dedicated that to the demon. They dedicate that to the devil. But if we use the raw effect of it, we can bring down God's presence. Likewise, there is also the other dancing which is called sensual dance, which you cannot use. There are sensual dance routines. Those are not go with the Lord. You cannot worship it. You can't worship God and worship the devil. So we can't be in two modes. So in every dance style, you've got to use the right thing that means. So to use the right thing, we need to know God. We need to know God. Not every move is needed to God's heart, to please God. Not every move. So as a dancer, I don't do somersault to please God. But I know. But somersault is important. I won't say somersault is bad. Somersault is important. But not every time that you can use it, not every moment. There are times. And when you know that time, you should know the right move to put. So I would say all the cultural dancing is important. But overall, if you say there are few dancing routines that is being used in all around the world, and that is one is contemporary dancing. It's used as worship dancing, and flag dancing plus hip hop dancing. So those three are being used, and I've been to a couple of nations and I've seen a couple of conferences. They use these three to attract the youth, teens, and the young adults. So I'm going to speak to you in these three languages because I am too a contemporary dancer, a flagger, and a hip hop dancer. So my question to you, I'm pretty sure there are some will agree with me, some will don't, but this is the truth. This is the truth, and I do have my own culture dance. I do have Christians who do it very well and do it right to please the Lord. So let's go with the other questions. Well, what is contemporary dancing? Contemporary dancing is a style of expressing dance that combine classical ballet, modern and jazz. Well, these three combined together is called contemporary dance. So it's a strive to connect your mind and your body through body movements. So in the church sector, this is a very important dance style. For example, I think most of you who is watching me have been to Sunday school. Well, in Sunday school, we learned from the small day to express yourself through worship. Expressing yourself is doing action songs. How many of you have done action songs with me? Well, the famous one that we all know is Building Up the Temple. We go building up the temple, building up the temple. That song, that Sunday school song changed everybody's thinking that we are called to express God through our talents, through our worship. So contemporary dancing plays a huge role that you express yourself. What is inside of you, you express it through dance. Some people express it through praise. Some people express it through playing guitar, through playing the instrument. Some people express it through singing. Well, this is the expression of what is inside of you, putting out to the Lord. So in every song, we can use that to glorify God. Express, Lord, I lift your name on high. How great is our God? How great, name above all names. These songs you can express God's love through contemporary. Like you just give it all of yourself to the Lord. So that is what is called contemporary. Is your mind is dedicated to the Lord, your body is dedicated to the Lord, your soul is dedicated, your spirit is dedicated, your expression, everything is dedicated to the Lord. When you move, the Lord moves in you. So that is what is called contemporary, and I love contemporary dance. It gives me a chance to give it all to the Lord. Give it all to the Lord. And I believe as you step out in contemporary dancing, you too will see the experience of the Lord moving through you. Yeah, I hope you are blessed with that. In the Word of God, there is many occasions that it is mentioned that dancing is important to the Lord. Well, some people just ignore that verses. They just skips that verse and goes along. But for us, this is important. This brings, this just seals the promise that the Lord has given, that we can use our talents to glorify God. So number one, I would say that it's just like it's in us. The first person who we know that dance is Miriam. Miriam, as she came out from the promise, as she came through the sea to the promised land, she started dancing with the tambourine. So that is the first place we see that dancing is important. Dancing is called celebration. Dancing is important. Dancing is called victory. So when you want a victory, you dance. When you have a victory, you dance. When you're celebrating, you dance. So worshipping God is always a celebration time. Every Sunday when you come to church, do we come morning? No. It's a celebration time. Celebration breaks in dancing. So the second thing is David. So David danced before the Lord. He gave all of it. In Psalms, the whole chapter speaks of praise and worship. And praise and worship and dance. So those are two key people have changed me personally. Those two key characters have changed me to use my talent to glorify God. Plus, I will bring in a book under my name, Jeremiah 31:4. You can look into these chapters. Jeremiah 31:4 speaks of dancing. Psalms 149, 3 and 4. Then 150, Psalms 150, verse 4 speaks, Then Zephaniah 3:17 speaks of dancing. Then in the New Testament also, only for New Testament believers, who doesn't say the Old Testament, New Testament believers, God has used dancing in Matthew 46 and in Mark 6:22. So dancing is used in throughout the Bible. It's used to worship God. So what are you? What's stopping you stepping out and worshiping God? I hope nothing is stopping you. So if you do have a question regarding this, feel free to ask me. I love conversations, because if we can encourage each other, that is the main thing. And that is why I'm reaching out to you. Step out and be used by God. Alright, so I hope you were blessed with the 3 answers I gave. Well, do talk to your mentors and see. It's good to have healthy conversations. It's good to know what the mentor thinks, what the leader thinks. And if the leader says, go at it, that's the moment for you to step out. And it's a confirmation comes from your leader. God speaks to you, also your leader speaks. So I hope you are blessed with my segment today. Catch you next week at the same time and the same date. Be safe and keep dancing.